All right, we got ourselves team 1 with Mithrin as more of the Feral. We got ourselves Chi, more as a Windwalker Monk, War Granite Survival Peachy, which I like that he's trying out the Boomkin and Boomy. Playing a what? Oh, I was thinking for a second, wait, that's not a cool Tyrann, but it's a Worgen in the human form. I like it, dude. Human, or I guess Worgen Druid. I like it. I like the way that looks. We got us a team 2 with Print Warlock on that Affliction. Actually, Print Warlock on Demonology. We got McBone on a Demon Hunter. Milord Palette as a red. Back end more as Feral. And Sharpened Blade going to be going on first as Arms Warrior. The fact that Arms Warrior can actually kind of sort of do okay in duels, kind of sort of is enjoyable to me. They're not super amazing, but the damage they pull out is insane, and the survivability can be pretty good with certain essences, certain talent setups. It actually can be pretty good. It's going to be trying to see if you can get him some damage. Going to be a Blaze Storm as she tries to go in for a setup into a Fear on all those images. Stun on it. She going in for a big War Breaker right now. Big damage. She's actually super close to dead. And that's going to be a Karma. I think he's just trying to burn through Karma. Exactly. That's what he's doing. He just burnt through Karma. He's like, I take your Karma and I raise you a big execute. What was that, dude? He just burned through a whole thing. Did it reflect that Karma damage or something? I don't understand. Did he reflect it? Is that what happened? I don't... He just trucked right through it. He didn't care. Next up is going to be Boom. He's going to be Sharpened Blade, dropping down the banner, trying to get himself CC'd, expecting a bash or something along those lines by Boomy. Got himself Reflect, which does reduce his magical damage by 20% if Reflect does not reflect an ability. It does give you 20% damage reduction from magic. Battle stance available. Going to be Boomy power shifting out of this with a trinket as well. There's going to be Dab of the Sword available for Sharpened Blade. Trying to get some dots away from Sharpened Blade, the warrior, who might have to go for Commanding Shout. His health is super low. Commanding Shout might need to come out. Got himself Ignored Pain for a second. Trying to go for as much damage. And one cooldown was not used. Maybe that could have saved the day and got that one more execute that he needed versus Boomy. That was a really aggressive play, though. I really did like that with arms. It just busted right through the Karma. You carved right through it. But if only he pressed Commanding Shot, I think it would have been okay. Unless my UI is bugged, and he did. Boomy getting slammed in a stun. A Sprint trying to get the pets up and running. The army of the demons is attacking. A Mortal Coil is going to stop in place for a second. Tyrant is coming out. Boomy's going to take a lot of damage from the Tyrant. Guy that used to deal with the Warlock or with the Tyrant. Thorns are up. The Tyrant is slapping into him. Actually, Root Silence onto the Tyrant just so he can prevent some of the damage. But it being out in the open with Print, probably not a good idea. And that's going to be a Demon Bolt taking him out. Print also did get a Reflect there, so maybe potentially Boomy just starts hurt himself. Man, that's a lot of druids on this team, dude. But that's okay. At least 2 of them are Boomies. 1 is a Feral. So this is going to be up next. This is going to be Peach. It is Peachy. Popping in a stealth. Print Warlock knows this is going to be a casted duel. And Peachy got that dot play here. Opening up as a Feral with a Fury of a Loon, which actually is not moving. I don't really know why not. I guess I decided to track the pet instead, which is weird. Peachy having to play this a little bit defensively. Is going to go for the Guardian Affinity heal. Goes for Aurora. Sprint is closing the gap here. Perfect material maybe for Peachy to finally get some damage out. Now, Silence onto Print does not get the root going with it either. Mortal Coil is going to run him out with the stun. Does he choose to Trinket? Barskin is going to be up instead. That's going to be 2 fell guards on the Peachy right now as he's trying to blast away. Print Warlock does get a knockback as he's trying to go for a bit of a cast. Second stun to Peachy, but he does trade his stun back with Print. Going to be a Tyrant available, and Peachy is just actually looking pretty healthy. Now all Print needs to worry about is hoping that the Tyrant actually does catch up to Peachy. Peachy just needs to line aside the Tyrant so he never gets a full cast off, and you should be good to go. As Print is kind of lowish on health, does hit him with the roar, starts to follow. Reflect available for Print, but Peachy is already on the other side of the pillar. Print does burn a wall here, so it looks like Peachy is just a little ahead. Looking to maybe get himself a roar in charge right at Print. Is going to stop gap him with a stun. And to a Mortal Coil, giving Print a little bit of a healing increase. That's going to be also a bit of a drain life. Peachy dropping down the Fury of a Loon as well. It's going to also give Peachy a lot of Star Surge power or Astral power to get those Star Surges back to back. Especially when he gets himself an Eclipse and goes for big damage. But does need to worry about his own health. We are at 4 minutes, 12 seconds. It looks like Peachy has a little bit of lag going on. So hopefully that's not really going to be keeping him back much. as he is taking a lot of damage here. Stun to Peachy. I think the lag might have had a play here, but Print is going to be able to take him out. As Peachy looked like he had maybe a bit of a delay in his abilities. Next up is going to be Mithrin. Mithrin is going to be 1. Print is going to be 1 as well. Going for a bit of a port out of there. And Mithrin is going to catch himself a bit of a reset. Is he playing Incarnation? I guess Shadowmill, maybe. That's going to be a reset for the Fearless. He gets a reopen out to Print. Print is got himself at least a Mortal Coil. And that's going to be a Skull Bash under the Fear. Print is actually under quite a lot of pressure. His double Crucible hits him. There's going to be a lot of dot damage. Drain Life is available. Trying to maybe get a Fear onto Mithrin. Fear and Drain Life is the only thing he can really essentially do. Just try to see if he can survive the Feral Druid by a hair. Just to wait until maybe a next CC chain. Going to be a Fear getting interrupted with a Handle done is all he can do. I think Print might be done and done unless he can get some damage onto Mithrin. Does it with a stun. Oh no, my god. The second Felguard comes in and saves the day as Wargren gets the dots rolling onto Print as early as possible. Just try to see if he can take him out with a kill shot. That's all he could really do. Just try to see if he might be able to survive it. McBone is going to be up next as a Demon Hunter, going for the leap. Not going to be able to catch up to Wargren. Trinketing out of the freezing trap. Does Wargren have a stun to follow? Actually has himself a camo. Bails out of it. Throws some crucibles at McBone while he's at it. And stayed in that camo for quite a while. Stun onto Wargren with a big blood of the enemy. Going to be Essence Break. Maybe a big burst. Almost got the one shot off. Wargren does go for a Turtle Shell though. McBone still has a Metamorphosis, still a lot of survivability available, and still a lot of damage. Wargren does have CC chains though, so that's going to be pretty good for him. Just going for CC chains, taking it a little bit easy. This is where McBone needs to make sure he has magic dots or some kind of a non-bleed, non-bangeable dot. If he has any. McBone taking a lot of damage and most likely going to be Bone. Dropping out Darkness, hoping to stay alive. Decided, you know what, my health's way too low. I need to go in for damage. Got himself an I-beam rolling. Is that going to be Leech enough while the Metamorphosis to maybe keep him alive by a hair? The dots are still ticking down on him. He actually could get procced up with Azerites. Stun onto Wargren for a second, try to get the damage. The pet does maul him down at the very end. That's a lot of people just dropping around as we are at 6 minutes. Is it going to be Malor Pala's turn to go? Looks like it's going to be Milord Palad's chance. Trying to see if he might be able to get Wargren out. It was a little bit too close to him, but that's okay. Big hammer hanging over Wargren's head. Looks like he feigned death it immediately. Milord Palad blasted through the pet, not letting that thing live at all though. We're just going to put Wargren in a bad spot. No pet stun off of this one. No Turtle Shell available either. And you cannot resummon the pet in the face of a Paladin. He actually cannot. He's just going to get interrupted. I think it's game at this point. Yeah. That was a quick one. That was a quick one. Print going in for 3 kills back to back to back. With Wargren taking him out at the end. I honestly thought Mithrin had you, but then you got yourself a big old blast. Big old instance. With a Felguard. The second summon Felguard. That was really, really good. I actually had that was a clutch win. Honestly.